What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If you're stopping by the channel for the first time, please consider subscribing to my channel. And while you're at it, smash that like button for me. I really would appreciate it. Also, hit that post notification bell so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. Apple and Amazon reported Q3 earnings report on Thursday, October 30th, and they knocked it out the park, just like I thought they would. Amazon beat on top line and bottom line, so revenue came in above expectations. Profitability, aka EPS, came in above expectations. And of course, Apple did the same thing. Both of them knocked it out of the park. Apple's EPS, profitability above expectations, and revenue above expectations. So you have 6 of the 7 Magnificent 7 companies reporting. And for all intents and purposes, man, the Magnificent 7 has killed earnings. We'll have to see what the market does today based on what Apple and Amazon did. Now, Meta and Microsoft also beat on top line and bottom line, but their stocks dipped. Whereas with Apple and Amazon, their stock after hours ripped. So, what does that mean? I don't think it means anything. I think Meta and Microsoft are going to continue to do what they've been doing, knocking it out the park. Now, investors were a little upset with Meta because they had the $16 billion one-time tax write-off. So they were upset with that. But hey, man, so what? They still beat on top line and bottom line. And guess what? They're going to do the same thing, in my opinion, in the fourth quarter. And then it got upset a little bit with Microsoft because Microsoft is spending a lot of money on AI build out, artificial intelligence infrastructure, and their margins were a little bit less than the market would have wanted them to be. So Microsoft sold off a little bit. But I think, in my opinion, now, again, guys, this is all my personal opinion. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not trying to play a financial advisor here on YouTube. Go out and get your own independent research and your own independent help to make your decisions. Don't make no decisions based on what I'm telling you because I'm not an expert. I'm just giving you my opinion. I think Microsoft and Meta will be fine. I think the stock prices will rebound pretty quickly going into November. So that leaves us with who? The most valuable company in the world by market cap. Basically a $5 trillion market cap. And the name of that company is Nvidia. They report Q3s on November 19th. And it's widely expected that they're going to kill it too. They've killed it for the last 5 or 6 quarters based on my research. Now, again, you go do your own research. Don't take my word for it. Go out and fact check that. But I don't see them doing anything that they haven't always done. I think they'll come in over 50 billion in revenue. But what's interesting is when you look at a company like Amazon, I think Amazon's revenue for Q3 was like 180 billion. I mean, now maybe I'm wrong on that, but that's what I thought I saw when I looked at the report. I could be dead wrong, but it looked like it said 180 billion. Y'all go fact check that though. But then you got Nvidia coming in at 50 billion for Q3. That's what the estimates are. And again, they're pretty much at a $5 trillion market cap based on the stock price because the stock price is continuing to go up. I think this week, Nvidia hit an intraday of $212 per share. Guys, the first week of April after Liberation Day, the stock price was $86 a share, guys. And it's rebounded to an intraday this week of $212 per share. So I tell you what, I think, investors are rotating back into these big old gigantic companies to end the year. That's my opinion now. Again, I'm no expert here. I'm just giving you my little 2 cents. Please go out and do your own research. But yeah, man, I just think, the Mag 7 continues to do what they said they're going to do, which is continue to invest in artificial intelligence infrastructure. They're going to continue to do that. And then hopefully they will go ahead and start making some profit on that at some point. Now, there's some profit, but it ain't huge profit. But see, you have to invest in the future, man, now, right? So that you're prepared for the future, so that you can get the revenue in the future. And I think that's what you see a lot of these Mag 7 companies doing. They understand that they have to put the investment in if they plan on increasing revenue and becoming more efficient and doing all the things they need to do to keep up with this changing world that we live in. These are giant companies, guys. So they have to invest in that artificial intelligence infrastructure. And I think that's what they're going to continue to do, in my opinion. Now, for me, what am I trying to get accomplished? I'm trying to get in my situation where I can go ahead and get in where I fit in. Because at the end of the day, I'm trying to build some wealth and get to that passive income thing. And I got to try to find places to deploy my money so that it can multiply itself while I sleep. And at some point in the future, boom, I hope my net worth goes up, my assets continue to grow, and then they get to a point where they've grown large enough that I can start taking income from them when I no longer want to work or make YouTube videos or do any of this stuff. I want to just kick back and relax for the rest of my life. But if I don't put in the effort now for the future, it won't happen. And that's what these Magnificent Seven companies are doing. They're investing now for the future, just like we have to invest now for the future. So I think it's a big circle of investing now for the future. So I'm going to continue to do that. I know the Magnificent Seven is going to continue to do it. And we're going to see how this thing ends up for these last 2 months, November and December. We already know the S&P 500 intraday got over 6,900 points. And I've been telling you guys all along, my opinion, my personal opinion, I'm not a financial advisor, my personal opinion is it'll get to 7,000 points by the end of the year. Or higher, guys. This thing could go higher. November is going to be a critical month, guys, in my opinion. December might slow down a little bit on the second half of December because of the holidays, but I think November is going to be critical, a critical month. And we also this week got the Fed chair came out in his press conference and said it's not a foregone conclusion that they will reduce rates in December. I think that's all smoke and mirrors, guys. They're going to reduce rates, in my opinion, again. Now, I'm no professional, but my opinion, they are going to reduce rates by 25 basis points in December because I don't think the labor market is getting any better. Not from what I see out here when I'm doing my research. I don't think the labor market is getting any better. I think the labor market is getting worse. And now with the government shutdown, guess what's starting to happen? People are not going to be able to feed their families, man. I mean, if you go look at the activity on food banks across America right now, they are drastically increasing. People are starting to go into food lines, man, because why? Government shutdown, SNAP benefits being taken away. You already know with the government being shut down, the subsidies for the Affordable Care Act, which is insurance, medical insurance, health insurance, those premiums are skyrocketing on people. And that's going to start November 1. They're going to be getting notices that their premium for their insurance, their health insurance is going up. Without those Obamacare subsidies, guys, it's going to be a blow to a lot of people in this country. It's going to be a lot of financial pain. So you got SNAP benefits being taken away. You got the Affordable Care Act subsidies being taken away. And you got the labor market weakening. I told you guys, two economies, a boom economy for the 1% and a bust economy for the 99% unless we do something about it. Drop me some comments and let me know what y'all think, man. You got the tale of two worlds here. The tale of two worlds. The world of the haves and the world of the have-nots. It's up to us to figure out which one of those worlds we're going to live in. If you're stopping by the channel for the first time, please consider subscribing, share the video, smash the like button. Thoughts become things. If you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hands. You guys keep chasing your greatness. Never stop believing in yourself. Stay healthy, get wealthy, and I'll catch you on the next video. Peace. Moo is going to give you some Nvidia stock when you open up a new Moo brokerage account and make a deposit. All you got to do is get down to the first link in the description box. That's the Moo brokerage link. Click on it and get all the details on how you can get some Nvidia stock. Don't delay, act today. Second link down in the description box is the Wealth Builders Financial Community on Patreon. Guys, all we do in that community is help each other build wealth, get to financial freedom and passive income. If you want to be a part of our team, all you got to do is click on that second link. It'll take you over to Patreon, and then come sign up for the fastest growing financial community on Patreon. We'll call the Wealth Builders.